Hello, everybody. It's Father Robert speaking from the sanctuary. This Sunday will be the first Sunday of Advent, and one of the things we'll have in the church on that first Sunday and throughout Advent and all the way through the Christmas season will be our Advent Wreath. And I'll tell you a little bit about the history of the Advent Wreath. It started long time ago in the earliest days of Christianity, when there were no paved roads, when there were no cars, when there's no electricity, and when times were tough in the places where winters were really harsh. And when the rains came and the snows came and the roads were impassable, the dirt roads, what folks would do, they would stop their carts where they were and take a wheel off. Acknowledge that they could not go even if they wanted to. So they'd bring the wheel in to their home and just put it there. And when the days got shorter and shorter so they couldn't plow their fields because they couldn't see, because the days were too short and it was too dark, they would bring candles in to light their way. And when they looked out upon all the trees and they saw that they were bare, without leaves, without fruit because of the cold weather, they would get evergreens and bring them in to remind them of the signs of life in the evergreens. And all these became the Advent wreath. The wagon wheel was a reminder not to rush, to be still, to be willing to wait for the changes that were to come with the change of seasons. The evergreen was to remind them that though things were not growing at that time in the cold winter months, in spring, the shoots would come out, the buds would come, and the fruit would come as well. And the candles were a reminder that the days would get longer and longer so they could go back to their fields and do their work to farm and produce crops, produce fruit and grain, all the things that gave them life and share that life with others. That is what the Advent wreath reminds us of. It's a reminder of us to be still, to wait in this time of expectancy, this time of Advent, for Christ to be born. And the green is to remind us of those times in our life when it doesn't seem like anything is growing, that we seem stagnant and dormant in our lives and our hearts, that the coming of Christ will change that, to allow grace and love and peace to grow in our lives, in the lives of those we love. And then the light of the candles we light each Sunday of Advent, and finally as we celebrate Christmas with the Christ candle, it's to remind us that Christ is the true light, the light of the world that shines forth in our lives and lights the way on our path for our journey that Christ puts us on. So let's have a good Advent. Let's have a patient Advent. Let's have an expectant Advent so that when we celebrate the joy and the wonder of Christmas, our hearts will be ready for Christ to be born. Take care. Have a great Thanksgiving. And I'll see you this Sunday, the first Sunday of Advent. Blessings, grace, and peace. Take care. Bye.